Okay, so we have just installed Bootstrap, and let's go back to our application. So we are in the root folder now, environment. Now let's go to the application folder, cd ruby gems bootstrap. Again, I'm not going to type the whole name, I'm just starting to type and pressing tab, and it finds the first suitable full name. Okay, and you see we get some kind of error, actually warning, required Ruby 263 is not installed. To install, run this command. Okay, why does it give us this warning? Let's see. In gem file, we have Ruby 272, but here we have this other file, Ruby version, it says 263. So simply, in this file, we will replace 263 with 272, because anyway, we are using 272. Okay, let's go back and see if we have this warning. No warning anymore. Okay, now let us start our server. Now see we get this orange message because of the gem Cifano data. So let's go to our gem file, and here we have all the gems that we're using at the moment. So we have Rails, PostgreSQL, Puma for the server, SAS, and so on. And we get this orange message from this gem Cifano data. Generally, your application can run fine without this gem. So if you want, you can just remove it, run bundle update, and you're fine to go. Okay, so back to our application. Here's our app. We have two pages, hello world and privacy policy. So the root page and privacy policy. We've installed Bootstrap. So what can we do with Bootstrap? Let's see. I just went to the documentation, and we can add the different elements. You see, Bootstrap gives us a class called container, for example. So let's copy this class, and let's add it somewhere in our application. For example, in the landing page, let's place this all into a container. I'm going to landing page, and I'm going to put all this text into this container. Okay, now we have 4 spaces. I'll make it 2 spaces. Actually, I will go to the settings and change the settings for tabs to be 2 spaces, not 4 spaces. Okay. So I put all this text into the container, and now let's refresh. And you see, it has moved. So we're going to have some equal spacing from both sides. Now, if we go here, we see also container fluid. Let's see what container fluid would do. And you see, there is a tiny spacing, but it is already much wider. So if we look here, then you see this is a regular container width, for example, and this is a container fluid width. But this is just one of the many examples of what Bootstrap provides. So let's go to the documentation, for example, and see the components. And there are many components. There are alerts, badges. Here is an example of a badge. So we can copy these badges into our application and see how they would look. You see, basically these are the styles and given by Bootstrap. So they give this rounded tooltip, they give the specific color. We can copy this button with a badge inside and customize it as we like. So you're free to explore Bootstrap. One of the things that I really like are navigation bars, nav bars. So we can just copy a nav bar, paste it somewhere in our application. And here we have a full width functional nav bar. Now I will paste it on the beginning of this page, for example. And here we already have a page that looks something like a website with a nav bar. Of course, the links are not clickable yet. They just lead you to the same path as you are on now, but it already looks like something. So really, the best way to learn Bootstrap is to try to go through the docs and build something on your own. And this is just a small introduction. And that's basically it.